With us from Norway in Oslo, we have Kumar. He will be joining us on Teams. He's online, and we will be helping him also with the presentation. So please bear with us if there will be any smaller interferences.
Yes, hello, thank you.
Hello, Kumar. How are you?
Yes, we are fine, and thanks for your invitations. This is our privilege to be in stage right now. So I would like to start about the company Nanopower. We belong to Norway and Oslo, and we found the company 2016. And we're producing a nano silicon after 20 years research. You all know crystalline nanosilicon, you can apply different applications, such as painting, solar panels, and batteries, and like this, different markets. So for us to decide the market segment is the most important things. Why? This is the thing is you are winning the game or you are losing the games. So we tried a lot of time to investigate the market carefully. And after the investigation, we want to go to the battery applications. The reason is two main reasons. One is we want to support environment. That means the renewable energy. And second thing, it has a very good capture value. That's also interesting for us. So that's why we choose this market segment and the battery field. So next slide. So when you see the business view, you can see clearly we have a two different way raw material we are using. One is silicon ingot. Second one is juicing from the residual from the solar productions. The silicon ingot, when we are using, I know a lot of companies, they are trying to produce crystalline nanosilicons. But luckily, we succeed. Thanks for our scientist, the co-founder Hiroshi. And second raw material we are using, they call this silicon microsphere. So when you think about this, solar panel we are talking about, it's a good for environment. At the same time, it has a side effect everyone knows. The wastage of this silicon wafer, it can be environment huge problems. We tried to bring in the EIT. Then 2018, we got support from them. So we are very happy. But the problem was there, we got only 2 months. So we know a lot of publication, you can find it there, a lot of person trying this method. So I tell to my team, okay, can we take the challenge? So all said yes. Then I told them we have only 2 months, but practically we have only 6 weeks. So we try hard, we succeed to produce nanosilicons from the wastage from solar wafer. Actually, what we are doing, we are taking the wastage to bring to the battery application, getting a value for that. So in the middle of the photo, you can see our SEM photos. It's a microscope, electron microscope photos. There is a size for we are producing 70 nanometers. So next slide. So when you think about value propositions, everyone knows when we compare graphene and silicon, silicon is a 10 times much capacity. But our manufacturers test our material. One of the manufacturers we have just 1,000 different material. Kumar, you have a unique one. which is no one has. And now they are producing a second generation lithium-ion battery with a 3-time capacity than the battery which is in the market right now. That means you can have a car, you can drive to 1,000 kilometers without charging. So then I asked them why you are driving, keeping a kilometers, 1,000 kilometers. Then they are saying because this moment Kumar market needs only 1,000 kilometers. And to improve this more than 1,000, it has a lot of challenges. So we know already getting inside battery is a challenge market and difficult to get inside contact with the customers who is producing a batteries. But we are lucky, we got already 5 customers. They are huge. In Europe, we have 2 customers. And we have Asia, we have other customers. So next slide. Mia, can you go next slide? Yes. What you achieved so far, we invent one reactor we call production machines, 2015, after 2 decades research to producing nanocrystalline powder. That was 2015. And 2018, we got financial support was provided by EIT raw material. And then we are using a raw material silicon wafer scrub. And 2019, we developed the 8 generations reactor, or you can tell production machines, which have a much capacity. We are talking about 200 kilos per month. And it's a fully automatics. And 2020, we decide now we are selling our powder, not for testing. We deliver a lot of kilos to our customers. Then 2020, we decide now we want to sell the powders. And we are selling at very good prices. And now we have decided we want to upscale 200 tons per year. Can you imagine? 2015, we produced 1 gram per month. Now we are talking about 200 ton in 2028. It's a huge step. It involves a lot of effort we have to put. So then you can go next slide. So usually a lot of company, they are getting exit from Europe. They are going to Asia or they are going to States. What is we are doing, the wonderful thing here, we are bringing a technology from Japan to Europe. So this is a very unique, we are bringing actually technology from Japan to Europe. So then you can go next slide. So you may ask why we are bringing to Norway. Labor charge is expensive, there's a lot of challenges. Yes. There's 3 major issues is here. One is we are getting a very good pure raw material silicon from Norway. We have a lot of silicon from Norway. Second thing is we are using electricity. It's very cheap than in the world. And the last thing is electricity comes from hydropower, not from other resources. So that means we are supporting 100% clean energy. Our production method doesn't have any toxic gas or any wastage is going on. Everything is fully packed, fully automatics. There's no wastage going from the factory. We already established 7,000 square meters. We didn't have nothing when we start 2015. Now we have a 7,000 square meters factory. The ambition is we want to go for 45,000 square meters with 2 factories. So when you go next slide, please. Yes. Here is the most important thing I would like to share with you. You know, every time when you start a company, there's a lot of different barriers. Human beings, you need to have the resource, different thing. Most challenge, raise the money from the investors. Mostly it can be difficult sometimes. So you will get the money from the seed monies or venture capitals. And we got a lot of our from the different investors. So we decide to say no to all of them. You will ask why we are saying no to investors. This is extremely different situations. The reason is, first of reasons, this is not talking about money, our business. We are talking about society. We are talking about environment. A lot of employees, customers, and who is they are delivering the raw material, they are putting their faith on our hands. We don't want to let them down. So when we go into the investors, always they are talking about return of investment when they want to get exit. That means we lost the control of the company. So that was a huge challenge. When we start the company, we face it. How we can keep the control. Then that's a wonderful thing. It's happened from the EIT. 2017, I got contact with the EIT. That was a miracle, I want to say. That day I get the contact with the EIT. And they support us 2 times already. 2018 and 2020, we got a huge support from them. And not only financial support, we got a lot of network systems, and we got developed different knowledges from them, their advices. It's one of the things we found it's important organizations helping to start up. That's the EIT. And I want to thank you everyone listening, NanoPower. And thank you so much. That's all.
Thank you very much, Kumar.
Yes.
For those of you who want to know more about NanoPower, you can visit eitrawmaterials.eu.